Today is June 30th, 2026, and we have an enhanced risk of severe weather on our hands today. Tomorrow, there is also an enhanced risk of severe weather. My name's Dylan. Welcome to the forecast with Dylan. Let's get into it. This is the enhanced risk I mentioned just a second ago. This is over portions of Kansas. I don't think it goes any into Oklahoma or Nebraska. It does not. So this is just for a little bit of the western side of Kansas. Okay, this includes Garden City, Colby, and the western portions of Hays, Kansas. All right, this is for a 30% Sig 1 wind risk and a 15% Sig 1 hail risk. Notice there is no tornado risk. So this area, thankfully, is free of tornadoes. One thing they are not free of is those damaging to destructive winds and wind gusts. Okay, so those gusts could get 70, 80, even 90 miles an hour. So it's basically almost as bad as a tornado. Let's take a look at the timing here. This is the HRRR simulated radar. You can see little beans start to pop up. This is at 4 o'clock Eastern time. So this is for 3 o'clock these guys' time. As you can see, that guy will keep on going. And then at 7 o'clock, this is 6 o'clock their time, you see more little beans start to pop up. Little tiny little beans, but still little beans nonetheless. And they will kind of push on through that primary risk zone for that, for those strong winds and that damaging hail through 9, 10, 11 o'clock this evening. By 12, they look to be out and they'll be rain and thunder. And to be honest, by 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, this is 5 their time, these folks are waking up to a whole lot of nothing. Even if you go more east here, you see these are just rain showers right now. So yeah, it's really just going to be a quick kind of in and out thing. Once they're out, they're out. By 2, 3 o'clock, this area looks to be clear of any kind of severe weather, and then the storms will dissipate by the time they're waking up tomorrow morning. I want to turn your attention over to tomorrow's risk of severe weather. This is an enhanced risk over Minneapolis, Rochester, Wausau, Appleton. So this is for a 5% tornado risk, a 30% Sig 1 wind risk, and a 15% Sig 1 hail risk. And this is all over these kind of 3 big areas here, you notice, if we come back to all of these. So some of these big areas here in Minnesota and Wisconsin are going to be under the gun for those strong, damaging, maybe possibly even destructive winds, though that large hail, and there is a small threat of a tornado occurring. So we don't expect any tornadoes to be strong, but there is the possibility for an isolated spin up. I want to just quickly mention this is a day 3 slight risk that has been outlined by the Storm Prediction Center. It's really unclear whether this is going to be upgraded or it's going to have kind of higher severe weather potential than we originally expected. But this includes some of the areas that are going to be hit tomorrow. So Minneapolis, Wausau over here, these areas in Wisconsin, and a lot of big areas like Sioux Falls, Rapid City, and Bismarck are going to be in this slight risk. This could be upgraded to an enhanced risk. Right now, there's a little bit of uncertainty. If it does get upgraded, I'll be back with another forecast for it. Here's the big picture view talking about those tropical disturbances here. You see our little friend in the Atlantic. This now has a near 0% chance of development. Okay, so the meteorologists at the National Hurricane Center think that this is going to do a whole lot of nothing. But I want to turn your attention over to this thing in the Pacific. It's got a 90% chance of development within the next 2 days, and additionally a 90% chance of development within the next 7. So the National Hurricane Center meteorologists expect that this disturbance here in the Pacific will develop into at least a tropical depression, if not a tropical storm, as we go further down the line. All right, let's look at the satellite. This is what it looks like right now. This was as of 15 minutes ago. We can see a little loop of how it's been going. This is since this morning, I believe. Yep, 6 a.m. this morning. You can see this cluster of clouds. Some points it looks like it's trying to get its act together. At some points it looks like it's just hanging around there doing whatever it pleases. But this is what we've got on our hands right here in the Pacific. Now, the track of this is unclear. But right now it looks like it's going to take a kind of general movement here up to the north. And honestly, I believe that's all for me. It's a little bit of a short one. We talked about the heat yesterday and all that kind of cool, fancy stuff. I don't believe either today or tomorrow's severe weather event is worth taking a real kind of deep dive, so I didn't really do that. If tomorrow somehow gets upgraded to higher probabilities, then I might take a look at doing kind of a breakdown like I did last time. You guys seem to like that one. But if not, I think we'll just roll with it. We'll be on standby for live coverage, and if nothing happens, nothing happens. The 10% we had yesterday, it was upgraded to a 10%. Turned out to do nothing. Okay, so that was 2 hours of my life I'll never get back. But anyways, I digress. Thanks for watching the forecast, Dylan. My name's Dylan. Have a great day.